What up, players? This video is pretty much gonna be doing Beto's seats now, the GTO seats I showed you guys in the last video. We actually installed one of them already. They're power seats. But yeah, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. We did this one the other day when I got off of work and it was pretty dark outside, so I couldn't really record much, but here it is. Pretty freaking sick. They're power seats. Oh yeah, we took the carpet off on the other side. That's why it's like that, but go Beto do the thing, the power seat thing, whatever.
Move it up like this.
It has a little side thing. Fully functional. But yeah, pretty sick. Seems a little slow, but I mean that's how normally.
It's faster once the car's on. I think it's because I got a fucking low voltage or something.
Yeah, so they're dope. They have little back pockets too, just like mine. These are, I don't know, I think I said in the last video, but these are the seeds that I wanted to get, and I was just too lazy to drive far for them, and Beto found some. So pretty much what we're gonna be doing, you guys see me do it on my seats too, how to install them. A lot of people get like these little brackets to make these seats work, I think in like the stock seat, Camaro seat locations. But what we're gonna do is we kind of modified the bottom rail on the seat a little bit, just move like the mounting tabs a little, and pretty much what we do is cut a hole into the floor, kind of like the ones that are already there for the old seats, but we cut a hole, sit a nut in there and weld it to the floor. That way it's, you could thread it, you could pretty much mount your seat there in a different location. So Beto removes this carpet. This is the original carpet in the Camaro, and it has this foam stuff, I guess like sound deadening or whatever, or heat, and then all this stuff. So we're gonna test pretty much how the seat sits in there, so we could start deciding where we're gonna make the first two holes. Just throw it in. Oh, did you take the seatbelt off the other one? Alright, so pretty much that's gonna give us like a rough idea of where.
That's like where the other one's sitting.
Yeah, actually the other one sat a little forward because this mounting hole kind of like lined up with the other one, I think. But we're gonna,
way back.
We're gonna have to double check. That way we get them in the exact same area, or at least around the same. And yeah, so just like this, like if we were to mount it here, I would draw like a little circle with the marker, take the seat out and just drill my hole right there. Same thing with this one, and that would be easy way to mount the front. And then that way, once the front is mounted down, we could hook up the power seat and recline, slide it all the way forward, and then get the access to the two back ones and do same process all over. Mark the holes, drill them, weld the nut, and we're good. So we're gonna get to doing that. I'll keep recording a few clips as we go, but yeah, we're gonna get this thing done. Alright guys, so got it pretty much lined up like the other seat. I circled the little hole here and here. So now what I'm gonna do is tap both right in the center, so the drill doesn't start sliding around when I start drilling the holes through. So just make sure that when you're doing this, if you're gonna be doing it the same way, if you're gonna drill through, make sure there's nothing underneath the car, like a brake line or a fuel line or something, so you don't go through it on accident and mess something else up. But yeah, Beto's hooking up the drill right now, and I'm about to drill through these to make our first two mounting holes. Alright guys, so I tapped them. You can kind of see it's a little indent, and we're just gonna drill through like this, guys. We're gonna start off small like that, small, then I'm gonna use a step bit and just open up that hole big enough for our bolts. Alright, so the next step is to use like a step bit like this and just go to town. Alright, Beto, give me one of the bolts and stuff, so. Boom.
I don't even know where the other one's at.
Alright, so once you get the hole big enough, this is the setup pretty much. We got a bolt and a nut on top, and what we're gonna do is pretty much we're gonna be sitting it in the hole, welding it all the way through pretty much. So just make sure you don't weld too far that you go into the thread of the bolt and then you're screwed because you just weld it all together. But pretty much weld the nut to the floor. Try to get on top of the nut just barely, just so it's all solid. And yeah, make sure you get all this stuff out the way too, because this stuff like melts and just makes it annoying
And may cause a fire.
And same thing over here. Prep the floor too, like get it to bare metal. And always make sure to paint these things back when you're done, like completely welding it, because you don't want them to rust up and stuff. So I'm gonna get to doing that. I'll make the holes a little bigger and I'll show you guys when I'm welding them. Alright guys, a lot of people ask about what welding machine we're using too. And I think I mentioned it before, but this is it. It's a Lincoln little MIG machine. I really don't know like if you could just find this SP135 plus or whatever. Here's like some of the info. I don't know, we've been having this for a while. My brother Martin had it a long time ago, and so that's the one we've been using. But anyways, these welds are not the best right here, but the metal kind of kept opening up because I had the heat up too much, so I had to like go out a little too far. But I still gotta weld the other side like that. This bolt, instead of sitting in the hole like that one, I'm gonna have it sitting on top, because the seat did have a little bit of a gap on this side. And like instead of pulling it down all the way, that mounting bracket, I don't really want to, because this stuff, it's kind of, the parts under the seat are kind of hitting these humps right here. And so I don't know, it just makes more sense to leave the gap right there. And yeah, so I'm gonna weld this one around the side, and then we're gonna move on.
Hey, this fool's turning into you.
Alright, so once you, I forgot to say this, once you weld the nut in there, make sure you screw the bolt all the way in so it goes all the way through, and let it sit there as it's cooling off, because otherwise sometimes the nut tends to like deform or like reshape, and it's hard to get the bolt through, or sometimes you just can't anymore because it's so hot. It like changes it. It shrinks like the thread on the nut. So like I said, make sure you let the nut sit in there while it cools down. Alright players, pretty much we ran into a little issue with this seat. I don't know why,
why this side had that nothing.
Yeah, this side I think is like the floor is a little higher or something. So what Beto did was cut it and pretty much hit it down with the hammer so we can give it more room, because the little motors on the bottom of the seat were like hitting it or something. So it was able to come forward a little, and then it couldn't go back. So you could see right here where it was kind of like scraping or whatever or something, I don't know. But we ended up taking the seat out and it was able to move again, so we're making some room for that, and we're gonna space these up a little higher so that it just has that little clearance or whatever. So that's what we're gonna get to doing right now, remounting it with spacers under here to give it that clearance for the little motors. Alright, quick update. Since we took out all the old like sound deadener original stuff, we just put one of the extra kill mat pieces I had in.
So now I'm sponsored.
So now Beto's sponsored too. But we welded the nut there, a nut here, a nut there, and this side we added that little block as like a spacer. That's what we did on the other side. Instead of just cutting the bracket and making it go to the floor, we just did this. We don't really care. Could always take it off later if we ever switch the seats, but we just painted everything black so nothing really rusts. Beto's vacuuming it because you could see there's some metal shavings. But then we got the seat over there, hooking up some of the bottom stuff so the brackets were like loose from the seat, so now it doesn't shake no more. But pretty much about, oh fuck,
But does that really do something?
pretty much about to mount back the seat, hook up the wiring. Beto's gonna cover everything up with the carpet again, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so just gonna show you guys what Beto is doing here. Oh, he already did it right there, look. Just cuts a hole through the, I don't even know what is this
what the
stuff.
fuck this is.
Yeah,
I think this is for heat.
This is like, yeah, like to absorb the heat or something, or just keep the car quiet or whatever. This is all the original stuff. I don't remember if my car had all this stuff, but Beto's car does. So he took the hole open there. Here's the other hole you can see. And then you just got to do the same thing through your carpet. And then mount it. Mount the seat back in and you're good to go. What we're going to do with the wiring is... So we got this wire, which was giving him power, and it runs to the bottom of his fuse box. You could either have it hooked up to a battery spot or an accessory spot. The only difference is the accessories will only work if your car is on. So if you want the seats to be able to move when the car is still turned off for whatever reason, hook it up to your battery or any open spot that you have. So we're gonna combine both of these two powers to go to an extra battery opening, and then the ground, you just ground into a clean ground spot, and there you go. That's what's nice about these seats, is that this is all it is right here. You got one power and one ground, and everything works with just these two.
Already made it line up.
Look,
The carpet was already ripped, it lined up perfectly.
so now he's just gonna fold this forward, and then where's the rest of the carpet? It's two piece. Oh, it is a two piece too. So now he's gonna do the same thing to line up these holes. Boom, and it'll be nice and good in here again. So, like I said earlier, we did this front seat the other night when it was dark. I had just got out of work, so we didn't record doing this one. But Beto did this while I was working. I don't even know how he did this. He got the back seats from a GTO and got these things to even work. So this thing looks super dope. If you guys want to know how to set this up, hit up Bad Bird and he'll get you right. Junior, our brother Junior, got the same exact seat set up for his Firebird. And he already did all his research and figured out how to mount these. Hit him up to cut them, and then hit me up to go mount them and put them in. So I told them both to take videos and take pictures of when they're doing this, but they both suck and didn't do it. Alright guys, I got my little Harbor Freight light so you guys can see, because it's late now.
Plugged in because
oh my god, safety first, safety first.
Should even tighten?
I was about to come out.
Need some WD-40 or something.
There you go. It's like a Disneyland
Showing
ride.
you how to buckle up for the ride.
Yeah, alright.
Hello.
Oh shit, if I move it, I gotta...
The seatbelt gets tighter?
Yeah, I'm gonna get skinnier.
Waist training.
You gotta mount that to the seat now, fool. Alright, recline it like forward or something.
I'll slow in the
We need to upgrade the little motors on it, make it faster. Do the rocket.
Once the car's on, it goes faster.
Do the rocket ship now. Dude, these seats are so dope. You could like freaking make it point to the sky. Look. I think we already had it like that. Oh yeah, there he goes.
Oh, that's tiny.
Then you start going like...
When you're going up the roller coaster.
When it's about to do
Then
a
you get the
flip.
steering wheel and drive this way. Like.
Like on Cat in the Hat. Alright, so we pretty much hooked that up. We did the wiring. Let me show you. We did it kind of like bootleg right now because we're still gonna clean it up the right way.
This way we got it over here good. We just gotta go put it over
You
there.
can see right there, we got the power and the ground hooked up under. The ground just like, we just got like, it grounded to like the floor right here somewhere. And the power one runs under the carpet, all under, and hooks up over there. So now what we're gonna do is, one of them is hooked up to like constant power, like battery. And the other one is hooked up to, what is it hooked up to? Accessories?
Yeah.
So now what we're gonna do is hook them both to a battery so they could work when the car's off. So that's what we're gonna do right now, but pretty much this is what it looks like. Oh yeah, that little button could slide it forward
And then back.
when you press it, it slides it back. So pretty dope. This little twist right here, it has like a
Little mountain.
bar right here, so like it pushes this out. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but this part's coming out, so like just to give you better posture when you're sitting or something. I don't know. But overall, what do you think, Beto? How do you feel about them?
I love the seats, man.
They're freaking sick.
Amazing.
He said he drove it already with the driver's seat, and it just feels way more sturdy.
It feels like it's a new car on the inside.
I mean, it looks sick. A whole new seat.
I like the
change.
back seats better, even though I'm never gonna be sitting back there.
I like those, dude. Look, close it. Let's see how they look. Not bad at all. Those
Let
things
us
look
know in
dope.
the comments, headrest on or off right
Yeah.
now. I'm gonna get them reupholstered eventually, but for right now,
Yeah, he's gonna
Headrest
leave it
on or off?
just because they're pretty sick. They're like super clean still, and they're
got a couple
nice.
stains on them, but
Yeah,
nothing.
like the leather's all intact. There's no tears or
They're
anything.
better than my old seats. To
Yeah.
say the least.
The only thing it says GTO, which doesn't really matter. It's still sick, but go.
Damn,
Oh
the blue
yeah,
LED.
damn. Actually looks sick.
Damn.
Look at, damn, that thing looks dope. With the Capri Sun right here. All right, players. I know, I don't know if this was a short video, but I think it came out pretty good. A lot of people were telling Beto on Instagram to show how we're gonna install the seats, and so hopefully gave a little help on it. I don't know if Junior is gonna be sending me enough pictures to show how the back ones came out, but if you guys have questions or anything, hit us up on Instagram at Backyard Yonkes, or leave comments in the comment section, and we'll try to help you guys out. If you're doing the same seats or any other seats, pretty much work the same way. I showed you guys how to do them in my car too. Same style pretty much in his car. So catch you guys next week. Hopefully we have another banger. I don't have anything really planned, but we'll see. Catch you next week.
Doses.